I've decided to become a professional treasure hunter. I am out there for treasure. There's loot, and I'm going to get it. And that treasure is Thassa's Oracle. We get this thing out when there's no cards left in our library. We are going to win the game. Everyone, this is Nikachu, Merfolk Master, and there are still Merfolk in this deck, make no mistake. Thassa's Oracle is a Merfolk, and there is a picture of a Merfolk on Treasure Hunt, so we are still in the Merfolk territory. But I've decided, based on some inspiration I saw on Twitter, to play Treasure Hunt. I'm like, this is a pretty interesting looking deck. Maybe there's something to this. It's look at all the utility lands we get to use. We get to use Blast Zone, Bajuka Bog. Oh, Dredge is definitely not going to like seeing this on like turn 1. Boseiju, who shelters all, which means that if we use this to cast our Treasure Hunt, it's uncounterable, alright? Force and negation, screw you! We got the answer to force and negation. And if you try to counter our win condition, Thassa's Oracle, that's okay. I'm gonna draw my one of Cavernous Souls because I'm gonna draw all the cards in my deck. And we can ramp up on the draw with Gemstone Caverns, get that treasure hunts going on turn 1. This is a very interesting deck. I hope to share it with you. Let's see how well we're gonna do. So if you if you like to see something weird once in a while, it is Wacky Wednesday. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, we're streamers, so if you want to watch the craziness and insanity live, go check out my stream schedule in the description below. Before we get into our deck tech, we are going to thank our sponsors, starting with themanabase.com. Podcasts on Commander, MTG Arena, Standard, Content, Modern, and more. The Mana Base is your home base for everything Magic the Gathering. And Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online at the best value. You can support the channel by using my link in the description below, or you can get 20% off your first 3 months by using the coupon code Nikachu. And you can rent stuff like this if you want to see if it is good or bad for yourself. Maybe you can innovate it in some way. A lot of people have different opinions. So anyway, let's get on with the combo. What is this deck? This is Treasure Hunt. Now what it says is, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land card, then put all cards revealed this way into your hand. So the idea is you go like land drop, treasure hunt, you reveal 1,000,000 lands into the next treasure hunt, and then you'll put it into your hand. Then you use that treasure hunt to reveal 1,000,000 lands into the next treasure hunt. And the idea is you use another treasure hunt to eventually find Thassa's Oracle, and you either don't have many cards left in your library or 0 cards left in your library, and you can play Thassa's Oracle for victory. But if necessary, we can recycle Treasure Hunt over and over and over and over again thanks to Mystic Sanctuary. Mystic Sanctuary, well, maybe not over and over again. We got like 4 copies. So you go land, 3 islands. Mystic Sanctuary, you bring the Treasure Hunt back from the graveyard, back on top of your library. So Inquisition decks, Thoughtseize decks, they're not invincible. They actually can get undermined by Mystic Sanctuary. And a lot of them are actually pretty slow, believe it or not. Like, you gotta realize there's a lot of decks, like a lot of Black-Green X decks, they're just like turn 1 Inquisition, turn 2 Hold Up Terminate, turn 3 Liliana the Veil, and they don't really have a clock. So actually you can race them relatively well. Most of my victories with this deck came against Black-Green X, or like, black-based decks. So the idea, yeah, get Thassa's Oracle. Now, traditionally, this deck used Zombie Infestation. I don't really like the idea of this card. There is definitely the chance your opponent can just put up enough creatures to block everything, wipe the board with Supreme Verdict, Anger of the Gods, counter the Zombie Infestation. But with Thassa's Oracle, we can get this in play uncounterably with Cavernous Souls. So I really like that this is an unstoppable force. Unstoppable! In this deck. It's going to be unstoppable. So when we play Thassa's Oracle, it's going to be for victory, and there's nothing they can do about it. Now, what is just cool is the utility lands, things like Blast Zone, which have come up to help me against burn. Like if my opponent has Goblin Guide, Swift Spear, you just blast everything away with Blast Zone on 1. But the reason the definitive reason we have Blast Zone in the deck is to protect us against Rest in Peace and Meddling Mage. I can't reoccur Treasure Hunt over and over again if it gets exiled from my graveyard. So we do have the option to play a Blast Zone to wipe out Rest in Peace. So anyway, that's what we got Blast Zone for. And in the event our opponent plays Meddling Mage, it gives us that out. But like, honestly, if we're up against humans, we're in a lot of trouble. Bojuka Bog enters the battlefield tapped. When it enters the battlefield, exile all cards from target player's graveyard. So helps a lot against the creature combo decks, and sometimes it just wins by itself and buys us the 4 or 5 turns that we need to combo off ourselves. Now, we have some Halimar depths. I really don't like this card, to be honest. Maybe this should be like Teleria West, but Teleria West also didn't impress me at all. Enters the battlefield, look at the top 3 cards of your library, and put them back in any order that you want. So in the event that I have to keep a hand without Treasure Hunt, I could keep a Halimar Depths, and maybe I can potentially dig for a Treasure Hunt, or shuffle the top cards away with like Flooded Strand. But in honesty, if I can't keep a hand with Treasure Hunt, we're in a lot of trouble. Now, and we have one Mortuary Mire, and the purpose of this card is that when it enters the battlefield, you can put target creature card from your graveyard back on top of your library. So in the event that we have Thassa's Oracle in hand and our opponent Thoughtseizes us, we have the option of getting it back into our deck. But also, we can also use Lurrus. So we can just randomly pull a Lurrus from, like, out of nowhere, and then play Lurrus, get Thassa's Oracle back for victory if necessary. So that's also a line that we have. And don't forget, Gemstone Caverns. If we are on the draw, we're not going to be that slow, because we get to put Gemstone Caverns in play, and will help us play. If we're on the draw, we can put this immediately in play on turn 0, and then that'll help us get off a turn 1 Treasure Hunt and be able to compete with the speed of our opponent. Now, okay, I want to talk about a lot of you are going to have suggestions like, why don't you play this card? Why don't you play that card? Why don't you play Creature Lens? Why don't you play Teleria West? Why don't you this and that? It is so important. I've play tested this deck actually a little bit, and the one thing that I learned is that you actually don't want to play any of these lands if you can help it. Like, all these non-islands, you do not want to play non-islands for your first 4 turns. It is so important that you go island, 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 Mystic Sanctuary, and get Treasure Hunt back on top of your library to cycle it into your hand with either Irrigated Farmland or Fetid Pools, and then keep the game going. Because if you need to, on curve, over and over again, get this Treasure Hunt going, because we're already a pretty slow deck, and Modern's a pretty fast format. So at the very least, we need to be as fast as possible, and the fastest route to victory was always island, 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 Mystic Sanctuary. Now, good thing is Fetid Pools is an island. That's why I'm maxing out on 4 of these. And Irrigated Farmland is also an island, which is why I'm maxing out on 4 of these. So very, very important for doing that. And we can cast Lurrus off of Irrigated Farmland, Fetid Pools, Bojuka Bog, Mire, and the fetch lands that can help find Fetid Pools and Irrigated Farmland. So I don't think we're casting many Lurruses, but if we do, we have that option. So the pattern of play that we need to compete is you want to go turn 4 Mystic Sanctuary comes into play untapped, and then you put Treasure Hunt on top of your deck, and then you cycle it into your hand. Fetid Pools, pay 2 mana, get Treasure Hunt, play Treasure Hunt that very turn, and keep the game going. And same thing with Lonely Sandbar. The thing that sucks with Lonely Sandbar is not an island, so actually this card gets worse. So it's significantly worse than Irrigated Farmland. So if you have the choice between playing this or this on turns 1 or 2, you play the Farmlands. That'll just be infinitely better. So yeah, that's the main deck. Now let's go to the sideboard. We have a bit of a transformational sideboard. Zombie Infestation. Make no mistake, the Thassa's Oracle Victory has a lot of momentum. It's unstoppable in a lot of ways, but it's the slowest way. You need to mill out basically all the cards out of your deck before you can win. Zombie Infestation is not like that. So what you can do is you can have a few Treasure Hunts that puts 1,000,000 lands in your hand. You play Zombie Infestation, just create a bunch of 2/2 zombies. I didn't play with this sideboard tech. Someone suggested this on Twitter. Thank you very much for the idea. I think it's a very good idea. Because I think this would be very good against Burn, for example. I think treasure hunting into like Thassa's Oracle might be too slow against Burn or even Prowess. And if I go the Zombie Infestation route, that would be a better idea. They are not going to interact with enchantments very well, and they're not going to interact with 1,000,000 zombies either. So, awesome idea. Let's play with Zombie Infestation, and because we're playing with Zombie Infestation, we'll side in Reliquary Tower, so we have no maximum hand size, so I could go like Treasure Hunt on turn 3, put 1,000,000 cards in hand, play Reliquary Tower, keep all my lands, so that when I play Zombie Infestation the following turn, it'll be good. Or I go turn 2 Reliquary Tower, Treasure Hunt into 1,000,000 lands and Zombie Infestation, and I don't have to discard to hand size, because I have all the lands in my hand. 2 more Blast Zones for the Rest in Peace matchups, or Meddling Mage, or whatever if I ever find that this could be useful. Now, Tron is actually quite annoying. So we have some Ghost Quarters and Field of Ruins to slow the Tron deck down. They will be slow, but I mean, if they get Karn out, I actually experienced a lot of problems against like Tron, Eldrazi Tron, because if they get Karn, they get variations of, if the Karn the Great Creator can start eating up my lands or slowing me down, I can't go like turn 4 Mystic Sanctuary and play Treasure Hunt at the same time because they're locking my lands down with liquid metal coating, or there's regular Tron where they're eating my lands with Karn the Great Creator. So I think if I just Ghost Quarter them or Field of Ruin them once, that will slow them down, and hopefully enough that I could win. Maybe these could be more Field of Ruins, I don't know. And then a random Lurrus. Yeah, just to get back Thassa's Oracle if necessary, or maybe we'll trick our opponent into thinking we're something we're not. Lurrus hopefully, I don't know, will provide some misdirection or something. So anyway, it's going to be an hopefully this is going to be a fun league. Hopefully it's going to be a fun thing. So before we get into it, let's get our cards from Mana Traders. So this is the rental service I'm using. So these are all the cards I'm missing from the deck. I have everything else. So how it works is you just go to Deck Builder at the top right. You got a clear deck. They might have a bunch of garbage here already. So clear deck, and then after it's clear, then you look in the card. You search for the cards that you need, like Treasure Hunt. It'll suggest it, and then you can add that to the pool of cards that you need to borrow. And then after that, when you're done, you hit Rent Deck, and boom, I'm gonna rent. And then we're gonna get our cards. Just for anyone who's never used Mana Traders before, and you are wondering how the service works. So Mana Traders. Oh, we have 100%. Request trade with Mana Service 28. Absolutely. We got Mana Service 28 already here. Like my cards, please. Oh no, we don't have the Merfolk one. We don't have the Merfolk Treasure Hunt. That sucks. Whatever. It's all good. Thought we were gonna have the Merfolk Treasure Hunt. So the tech that had been in a lot of Treasure Hunt decks that I was not using was the Cycling Land. Like, what do we need the Cycling Land for? And it's so important. Turn 4 Sanctuary. Cycle the Treasure Hunt back into your hand. So I've now maxed out on cyclers. We have 12 cyclers because that interaction is so important. If I had that interaction, I think I would have done a lot better. Oh, we have to update with the current version in our deck. That sucks. Okay, we are good. So yeah, like the key interaction that was missing in my older version was no Cycle Lands. But we have the Cycle Lands now, so we're good to go. We're good to crush. We have like a few different copies of something. Oh, we have Mismatched Bajuka Box. Oh, come on, Mana Traders. So, alright, so this is the list. Let us get into our league. And God help us all. Alright, so here's what we do. Did we win the die roll? We lost the die roll. So we're gonna mulligan for Treasure Hunt. We're hunting for treasure. Nah, we're going 5-0. Our opponent mulligans. Mulligan again. Found our Treasure Hunt. Unfortunately, we do not have, but we'll keep this. And I'll get rid of the Bajuka Bogs because they're not islands. So we'll get rid of Bajuka Bogs. Should I keep one? Just in case we're up against a really heavy graveyard deck? Maybe. No, I think the fetid pools are actually going to be important, so. There's a lot of optimistic people here. Confidence is the key. Prismatic Vista. Alright. Too bad we didn't have gemstone cameras. We could immediately win, or immediately start going off here. So, as I said in the deck tech, really important that you go like island, Mystic Sanctuary into Treasure Hunt. We're all already off to a good start. Hopefully this Treasure Hunt doesn't get countered. We drew Thassa's Oracle, which is not too bad. Alright, please don't counter this. Beautiful! Golden, even. So there's one Treasure Hunt left in the deck. We just drew a real huge pile of cards. So we got to keep the Cavernous Souls. Anyway, go to discard. It's already working. Will you ever have a master interview with Day 2 Dryden as a burn master? He is not my. He is a burn aficionado, not a burn master. I love him, but he's still on his way. He's a master to be. Let's see. Okay, so let's go to my discard step. What I really like about this deck is I can like F6 a lot. So let's. We have all the Mystic Sanctuaries in our hands, so I better keep some. Just in case I need Boseiju. I guess we don't. It's this is like a Stomping Grounds deck. Guess we don't need Irrigated Farmland because I've got the 1-mana one. Oh, I got rid of it. That's stupid. Okay, I'll keep all the Lonely Sandbars. Or I'll keep as many as I can. I wish it just asked me for the 7 I want to keep instead of doing this crap. Oh my god, all the Mystic Sanctuaries are in my hand. I still have to get rid of cards? Is that enough? I don't want to get rid of the Sanctuaries. Maybe I don't need the Boseiju. I still gotta get rid of cards? Okay, we got rid of it. I step out to get some lunch and he has his deck in his hand. Laugh my ass off, yes. Oh, I punted hard. I need to have, like... I need islands in my hand. Okay, that's an island. That's not too bad. So there's one more treasure hunt left in the deck. When I got rid of all the Boseijus, I feel like that might have been wrong. Alright, let's do this again. I can't tell if this is a counterspell deck or not. We have 6 cards left in our deck. That's good. Okay, so we'll play Island. Because we might be able to just cycle for victory, right? I have 2 Lonely Sandbars, can draw... Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have played a fetch land to draw a land out of the deck. Well, I don't actually have a fetch land in my hand, so that didn't matter. Maybe we can win by next turn. Okay, I will cycle this so we dig deeper into our deck. And, okay, pass. Yeah, it could be Team or Wreck. I have no idea what this is. It might be Titan Shift for all I know. This is just a really bad matchup for them. So I doubt I need the Mystic Sanctuaries anymore. We could dump them. This is the end of... Yeah, they're definitely like Titan Shift or something. Gotta keep the rest in Cavern of Souls. You never know. You never know. Ugh. And you can't undo it. Can you undo? Oh, you can undo. I didn't know. I'm learning. Whatever you do, it better be amazing this turn. Yup. Is this like red-green Ponza with nothing to target? They've got like Stomp in hand or something. So anyway, it looks like this is going to be a nice easy victory. So we treasure hunt into the remaining 4 cards of our deck. We play Cavern of Souls, name Merfolk, and we play our Thassa's Oracle, and boom. Easy peasy. Do whatever you want. I don't care. I have no cards left in my library. Treasure hunt in 2020, people. Treasure hunt in 2020. Treasure hunt in 2020. Turn 4 kill. Unstoppable force. Salmon of no doubt. Hello, Nikachu. My son, a fan of Jank, thinks this deck is better than Merfolk. I'm trying to educate him. Okay, so in this matchup, what do we want? Probably nothing. What we want is our opponent not to Blood Moon the hell out of us, so we probably need to like dig for our islands. That's probably the most important thing in this matchup. Fetch for islands so that we don't get Blood Moon. I can't tell, but it looks like it's Ponza, because all we saw is a Utopia Sprawl. They probably had like Glory Bringer and a lot of interaction, and it was useless. And it's probably better to go the Thassa's Oracle route than the Zombie Infestation because they can wipe the board with, like, Anger of the Gods. Ghost Quarter might be useful because I can blow up the Utopia Sprawl land. Okay, hold on. I'm on the draw, so Gemstone Caverns is still good. So maybe we take out Bajuka Bog for at least Ghost Quarter. Because that's the thing. There's going to be some matchups where you just have upgrades. Boseiju is not going to be useful at all, so we can upgrade that with 2 Field of Ruin and 2 Reliquary Tower. Actually, Reliquary Tower might be worse than Blast Zone. Because we might nail like an Arbor Elf and Utopia Sprawl at the same time. We're just like marginally improving our mana base, basically. I wonder what they thought when we showed them Lurrus. And we're still showing them Lurrus. Yeah, land sideboarding, I know. So we're going to mulligan this. Gotta look for that. We're hunting for treasure, people. We're hunting for treasure. No treasure here. Our opponent's mulliganing down to 5. They're being aggressive. No treasure. We found our treasure. No Gemstone Caverns. So sad. So we're going to keep... I have to get rid of 3 cards. We'll get rid of a Blast Zone. We can get rid of Cavern of Souls. This is not a counterspell deck. And... probably should get rid of the Ghost Quarter. Yeah. Okay, so I will definitely go turn 1 fetch land to avoid a Blood Moon. Because that would be a... Oh, look what we got. Is this good? I guess this slows them down. Well, this slows us down a turn, too. They will still be up a mana. So it doesn't change anything. Bone Crusher Giant. Enters the battlefield. Alright. It's a race. Mystic Sanctuary is fine. Here we go. Get rid of Gemstone Caverns. Maybe I want to keep some fetches. I don't know what I want to keep here. I guess we don't need any more than 4 islands. So I don't need any fetch lands. Guess I can get rid of 1 sanctuary. No, I should keep both sanctuaries. So some people believe we're going to go 2-3. Clothis, God of Destiny, is on the way. So we get hit for 4. Then we're going to get hit for 10 next turn. I think we can race that. So we've got Thassa's Oracle in our hand. So we win next turn. Because we go... No, we don't win next turn. How do we win next turn? We might be short. We needed to hit... Okay, whatever. I guess the life is now going to matter because we're at an odd number. I could try to play the Thassa's Oracle as a blocker on 1 turn. That might be a thing. Anyway, I'm going to pass. Actually, what I could have done maybe was fetch some stuff. Okay, we'll get rid of this. Or I could have played Halimar Depths that turn. That would dig 3 cards. This deck is complicated, people. It's complicated. I could have played Hemlock Depths, and then if the treasure hunt was on top, we would win next turn. So anyway, it's too late now. We'll get rid of that. Get rid of farmland. This. And I think we're going to cycle the Lonely Sandbar and hope that we can draw the treasure hunt in the next 2 turns, because I think we're going to be toast in the next 2 turns. Depth to dig for hunt. Yeah, I know. I see this deck losing to a surprise Torpor Orb. Boil! Yeah, we'll lose to that too. Okay. So we lose to Boil and we lose to Blood Moon. Okay, it's okay, people. We can rebuild it. We can rebuild. They don't have Devotion, which is good. There's plenty more lands where that came from. Ponza deck. Plenty more lands. This game might play out differently if I ghost courted that damn thing in the first place. Glorybringer, okay. But I think it's over. Yeah, no more plenty life, yeah. Alright, game 3. Let's go to game 3. Interesting. Boil is problem. Boil is problem. So do I go it? They might have sided out like an enormous amount of their removal. Do we switch it up, people? Where we go for Zombie Infestation? Because if we do, like, they're not going to see that coming. And this also plays around Boil. Playing with these things. Why is Boil an instant? Switch it up for game 3. But we're on the play. I think the treasure hunt plan is really, really consistent. You know, I think I'm going to keep it like this. Because this could still get undermined by Blood Moon if they choose to play it. Oh, we got treasure hunt immediately in our top card, so not bad. This is just a good, steady plan overall. So we just have to avoid Boils, basically. I think if we avoid Boil, we win this game. I don't care about my companion. Hopefully they don't have turn 1 mana ramp. Oh, they do. What did I draw? I have that, so... oh, we got a Ghost Quarter. I might use that Ghost Quarter next turn. Get rid of the fetch, get rid of some islands, don't need everything. I should probably keep some Boil-proof land. I probably don't need Blast Zone. Ugh, I keep getting rid of cards. I don't want to get rid of cards. They're all good cards. So I'll play Treasure Hunt next turn. If I draw into another Treasure Hunt, then I'll play Lonely Sandbar to play around Boil. If I don't draw into our last Treasure Hunt, that's fine. I don't care about Seasoned Pyromancer. This red-green Ponza deck must be sweating bullets. You can't play with Fae of Wishes, because then you'll just Treasure Hunt into Fae of Wishes and make everything slower. You really can't play with any other card. Okay, let's see what we get. So we got the Treasure Hunt, so to play around Boil, I'll start off with... Hold on, they're stuck on mana. I could just Ghost Quarter them. That actually seems like a plan. No more Boil for you. I still have to discard? I guess Boil really punishes Sanctuary decks. Yes. Yes, it does. Look at this Ponza deck sweat. They are fucking sweating bullets. They are not happy about what's going on here. Oh no! So I need to wait until next turn to actually play everything, because now I will just draw into the rest of my deck. So I'll start off with Lonely Sandbar. Boil's still a problem. Alright. We get wailed on for a turn. That was an awkward draw. Or maybe it was a good draw, because it guarantees that we win next turn, assuming our lands aren't interacted with. This is going to be one of the most embarrassing losses for our opponent ever. Oh, we do get boiled. Okay, it's not the end of the world, though. Oh, but maybe it is, because I still can't get Treasure Hunt Thassa's Oracle off. Damn it, they had to rip that land, huh? So now what do we do? Yeah, it's not looking good. This was a really close game. I mean, it really came down to that boil, because that Blood Moon wasn't good enough. They have 8... Oh, they have 8 power in play. No! So close. Well, we don't need indestructible lands. We just need lands that don't get boiled. I can draw my deck, but I can't win on the same turn. That's the problem. I'm down one. I'm down one land. And I ghost quarter you. Well, whatever. That was close. That was a very close game one. And I might have left some percentage. I'm surprised how much time we've spent on this. Okay, hold on. Is this really over? I can play. I can play Thassa's Oracle. Well, hold on. I'll just do this. I don't know what I'm playing for. Well, I shouldn't have put anything on top. How many Thassas left in the deck? Not many. And we die. Alright. It was close, though. That was... You gotta admit, that was very close. They needed to top deck a land for Boyle. They top decked to victory. If they didn't have that land, we had it in the bag next turn. That was too bad. We had played around Blood Moon and Magus and everything. But anyway, that was round one. Exciting round one. Let's move on to round two. So this is actually a pretty good hand at the start, because what that means is we already have 2 cards in our hand. We don't have to worry about the treasure hunt. Our opponent mulligans will keep this. We have to keep any treasure hunt hand. Hideaway land is going to miss every time, though. But sometimes it might hit the treasure hunt, or at least take a treasure hunt out of the deck. I actually think it's worth it. It's a smart idea. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Ooh, we're up against Bogles. I think that's actually a pretty good matchup, because they can't interact very well against us. So let's just hope they don't have a turn 4 kill, because we have our own turn 4 kill. So I will do my best not to take any damage from fetches or anything like that. So we have a turn 4 kill. Let's just hope our opponent does not have a turn 4 kill. We go turn 2 treasure hunt, turn 3 treasure hunt, turn 4 treasure hunt, Thassa's Oracle. Oh no, they're off to a good start. Well, we have Blast Zone, so if we get to like turn 4 period, well, if we get to turn 4 period, it's probably over anyway. 5 damage. Probably get hit for a lot more next turn. More Blast Zones. If we went first, we would definitely win. We're down to 7 cards. Maybe we could win alternatively. We just ripped through, like, the entire deck, basically. Well, anyway. Pass the turn. Blast Zone for 1 will be great, if I can live to play it. But the problem is, if I can Blast Zone for 1, I can just win. Okay, here's the tradition of getting rid of all these cards. Okay, I have 1 island in hand. Don't need any more islands, probably. Definitely do not need these. Keep 1 Blast Zone in the deck. I guess we can scrap the Cavern of Souls. They don't have counters. I still have to get rid of cards. I don't need this. Alright, there we go. It all goes away. So we might want cyclers just to cycle through some of our deck. I don't know. We're going to draw a card for the turn. We go to... Oh, you know what? Something I keep forgetting about is the ability to fetch a card out of my deck. So for the next turn, I could fetch, draw a card off of Lonely Sandbar, which would also take some more cards out of my deck. No, not 9 power. We're dead next turn. Or even this turn. 13-9? How do I stop you? I don't. Oh, that was... Well, that's nice, but I can't win on this turn. Like, I can treasure hunt the rest of the cards away. If we were on the play, we would win, easily. Oh, well. Alright. Their turn 4 kill is better than our turn... Was that even turn 4? Yeah, I think that, yeah, that was a turn 4 kill for them. So I think Thassa's Oracle is still a good option. I don't think we're going to be racing any lifelink with Zombie Infestation, so I'm not interested in that. We can bring in the Blast Zones, because that's probably going to help in this matchup. Take out some Bajuka Bogs. Is Field Ruin good? Probably not. Yeah, just do this. Yeah, Blast Zone is 3 mana, plus you have to tap the land. I better not forget that I can pull this Lurrus out of nowhere. We're going to keep this. Our opponent mulligans to 6. Come on, 2-3. I wouldn't mind going 2-3 with this deck. Let's go. They might bring in Rest in Peace. That would be a problem. Well, we still have Blast Zone for that, but still, it's a problem. A Bogle. Why should I side... I don't know if I should side out Gemstone Caverns. Yield through this turn. So what did we get? We got a treasure hunt. That's good. I'll keep all the Blast Zones just in case. Or maybe I only need 1 Blast Zone. Oh shoot, I didn't keep a Sanctuary? Well, I at least have 1 fetch line for a Sanctuary, but Sanctuary can be very important. So I have Hyena Umbra, Griff's Boon. That is not the clock that is going to close the game out for our opponent, that's for sure. I'm just wondering, do I have to play around Choke? Like, is that a thing that I have to play around? That'd be stupid. So we have a... actually, we do not necessarily have a kill next turn with Treasure Hunt next turn. That's not guaranteed. Well, if I play Halimar of Depths and there is a Thassa on top of our deck, we could win. Thassa's Oracle. Because we can put it on top, and we draw it. We do not see anything, so it doesn't really matter. Gotta keep some islands. Well, I have a Mystic Sanctuary in my hand, so I guess we can dump one Lonely Sand, maybe one fetch land. I'll dump a Lonely Sandbar. Has anyone in chat tried out Coco Folk and Historic and report how it's performing? Yeah, I have no idea. Treasure Hunt is basically Merfolk. 6 damage. So long as... Uh-oh. This could be bad. Our opponent might be representing a kill next turn. Oh boy, 10 damage. Now, I can Blast Zone most of this stuff and give myself another turn. And actually, I'll lose the Daybreak Coronet because all these one-mana enchantments are going to disappear. So Blast Zone is definitely going to come into play next turn. Just pass. Hold on, what does it say? Return Gristboon from the graveyard to the battlefield attached to a creature. Activate this ability only anytime you cast a sorcery, so I've got to do this on their during the attack step. No, I won't get the Bogle. Bogle's gonna live. So, in response to this, I now have to crack. Otherwise, there will be something on the card. There will be a Daybreak Coronet will get protected by the Spear Mantle. Actually, we can kill the Bogle next turn with the second Blast Zone, so we're a control deck here. We're doing great. Spirit Link, sure. Yeah, Lifelink, not very important in this matchup, if anyone hasn't figured that out. So actually, the Halimar Depths might have ended up being a mistake, because like I said, you want to go island to island, Mystic Sanctuary, get the stuff back, and we're not in position to do that. We're like a lands deck from Legacy. We're like a Legacy lands deck here. Yeah, sure, you have protection from creatures. Do you have protection from lands? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, I think we can race this, though. Pretty sure we can race this. Yeah, we can race this pretty well. So we draw Thassa's Oracle. So what we can do is play... We Sanctuary Treasure Hunt. We draw it with Lonely Sandbar. This is all going to be next turn, so I keep playing lands and pass, and we probably win next turn. So I have to get rid of Fetch Land, Halimar Depths. I mean, Blast Zone is fine, but don't need it. So next turn, we go Mystic Sanctuary untapped, bring Treasure Hunt back on top of our deck, draw it with Lonely Sandbar, then play it and play Thassa's Oracle, and we got victory. Jenny Fixit is like, what is going on here? This deck? Yes, this deck. We're hunting for treasure. We're going to be good hunters. I think what we really need is Treasure Hunt plus Gemstone Caverns turn 1 against this deck if we really want to race it. Yes, this is a league, Jenny Fixit. Don't worry, I'm brave. I'm brave enough for all of us. If our opponent, like, randomly plays Rest in Peace here, I guess we can just play Blast Zone, blow away the Glade Cover Scout, and then just draw into the rest of our cards with Cyclers, and then play Thassa's Oracle the hard way. It is goofy. We almost beat Ponza in round 1. They top decked the land to play Boil on us, which was very disappointing. Okay, so Mystic Sanctuary. Put Treasure Hunt back on top. Now these are the lines of play that I did not have available to myself when I was playtesting this before. Okay, draw it. We have enough mana. Treasure Hunt. Get rid of our cards. Thassa's Oracle. Easy peasy. I win. All right, we go. So we're always winning a game with this. We're always winning a game. Submit. I'm wondering if 4 Treasure Hunt, maybe 4 Treasure Hunt is better. I don't know. Just because it would increase the chances that I can have a Treasure Hunt and a Gem. Maybe a Treasure Hunt should be in the sideboard. No, maybe this doesn't make sense. Because I'm trying to increase the chances I get Gemstone Caverns and Treasure Hunt at the same time. Why not 4? Because it's 1 less Treasure Hunt that I would dig into, is the reason. We don't need Boseiju. Too bad. We have the Gemstone Caverns, but we do not have the Treasure Hunt. We have the Treasure Hunt, but we don't have the Gemstone Caverns. Okay, let's hope our opponent mulligan, but maybe they'll mulligan further. It would be convenient. The capped. Hopefully it's not too aggro of a hand. We just have to keep. That's just the nature of this deck. I'll put a Mystic Sanctuary on the bottom, I guess. So basically, we're hoping our opponent has a turn 5 kill. Oh, landed to play tapped, but that could still be a turn 4 kill with Core Spirit Dancer. See, if we go turn 1 Treasure Hunt there, I'm pretty sure we would win. Here it is. Alright, let's hope we don't die next turn, or in the next 2 turns. Oh, we didn't even draw, like, what's it called? Blast Zone. Blast Zone might be very important. But we might die to this Core Spirit Dancer. I'm hoping they have a very clunky hand. Spirit Umbra, that's small. Guess what we're hoping for is like Rancor, and then next turn all they can do is play 1/1 drop. Griff's Boon, I think that's relatively small. 6. Don't play land. No! Oh, they didn't do anything. Okay, that's good. So maybe they do have a clunky hand of like 2 drops and stuff. 14 damage, not hard for this deck to do. Okay, 2 treasure. Okay, so we've got the kill next turn. We just have to like survive next turn. Just trying to figure out, should I cycle? If I cycle and find like Thassa's Oracle, that's not good. I'm trying to think, like, what other lines to play. Like, oh no, it has flying, so I can't. Okay, whatever. Treasure Hunt. 2 cards left. So close. Alright, good luck, opponent. Good luck. Why not cycle, Siege Sensei? If I cycle into Thassa's Oracle, I would deck myself this turn. So I'd have to wait till next turn. Maybe it doesn't change anything. Oh my god, the lands. Our opponent needs to win next turn. Which they might. Have we been on the draw every single match? You can't see it, but my chat is just full of Nikachu discards like a million cards. Yeah, our opponent won the die roll in this match. 3 mana is so much mana! Oh, how do we survive, chat? How do we survive? No! The 1 mana enchantment's not good. That's 3 power. So that goes to 9. Oh, I lose to anything. You have to have like a million lands. That's asking for so much. Daybreak Coronet. Oh, that glitters? That should do it, right? We're a solid turn 4 deck, but they're also a solid turn 4 deck. Life total not high enough. Alright, we lost to Bogles. I would say we lost because we lost the die roll. That could have went. That was a matchup that could go either way. Let's be serious. That could have went either way. These matches are close. These are way closer than you would think. Oh well. Well, it can't really work, but that's not because of Cavern. Yeah, but anyway, well, whatever. Okay, that was round 2. Let's move on to round 3. Luris is our companion. It's a huge misdirection. They probably think we're playing the Luris version of Merfolk. So we lost the die roll again. That's backbreaking. That's okay. Let's mulligan for our treasure. We still have yet to have a treasure hunt plus Gemstone Caverns hand. That's disappointing. I'll put, in the dark, I'll put the Bosejus on the bottom. Maybe I could have capped one of them. I don't know. I'll go turn 1 Fetid Pools into, like, Island Treasure Hunt. Gotta get those islands in there. Oh, we're up against Steam Vents. I should have kept one of those lands. That's okay. How many Mystic Sanctuaries do we need? Besides, it goes on the bottom of the library anyway. This is Storm? Well, that's not good. They race us better than we race them. We can beat Chalice on 2, actually. We can definitely beat Chalice on 2. Because we've got Cavern of Souls, and we also have the Boseju. Alright, let's do the ritual of discarding everything. I've got another treasure hunt. It's nice. Keep the Cavern of Souls. Absolutely need to. Keep Lonely Sandbars. At least one. We actually might want to keep a Boseju just in case. Oh, we might want to keep might want to keep a Bajuka Bog for our opponent. That might be a thing. Because we could exile their graveyard. Blast Zone looks pretty bad. It's not enough. Oh my god. Do I have to get rid of another island or something? When is it enough? Okay, we got enough. Combo match of the century. Okay, here's a brawl. Whose combo is going to be faster? Probably theirs. Well, we didn't die. That's good news. Oh no! I skipped through my turn for some reason. There must have been some sort of glitch, because I'm yielding through my turn with my mouse. It just went straight to my discard step. Oh, that's a huge F. We might have raced them! Okay, I hope our opponent beats us to justify this blunder. Oh, our opponent's going to pass back. Oh, they're very kind. Okay, so now what do we do? We go with Treasure Hunt. It could get countered, but if it does, we can play Boseiju. Okay, we have Thassa's Oracle, which means we need to get Treasure Hunt back. So we need to keep the islands coming. Or I guess it doesn't matter. I could have played Boseiju next. No, I need the Treasure Hunt. I need the Treasure Hunt. Okay, let's go. What, someone in here? I have to discard cards. Is someone here? Is the opponent watching? I have to get rid of another land. Bay. Oh! Someone is stream sniping. Alright. Tuckstev, where are you? We have got a second stream sniper. So yeah, in some ways they're letting me do whatever I want. Well, this is the weird. Well, I mean, this is a bizarre. It's not like they're getting a huge advantage, I guess, from stream sniping here, but still, it's a stream sniper advantage. So screw this. They want to thank the opponent. Not sniping? But they're in the room. My opponent is in the chat. I can see them. They can see me and etc. I thought everyone else knew this. Can other observers see who's in chat? I just looked them up. They're here. Yeah. Same name, identical. Alright, we have our second person for the Wall of Shame. Although this is not as egregious as Anders Poverk. Okay, I have to put cards into two piles. I guess we give our 2 cards into the graveyard. Metamorphose and this. Yeah, such a quick fall from grace. Top right corner on PC, so everyone else can see users in chat. So Tuxtev, you can add Biosadegia. I apologize if I got your name wrong. You have to delete the command every time? You can't add to the command? Because that'll be frustrating for you to keep updating it. Well, it's definitely not Wall of Fame. Tuxtev, where did the Wall of Shame command go? Okay, excellent. But do you have to re-add every single time? Okay, we lost. Okay, what do we have? Do we have any good cards in our sideboard? This might be a zombie infestation matchup. I mean, I know they can they're watching this right now, but this might be a zombie infestation matchup because this is at least a quicker. This is finally a situation where this is a quicker kill. So we can bring in that. We can bring in the Reliquary Towers. We'll be on the play, so we can take out Gemstone Caverns. We have to take out a Thassa's Oracle, and I'll take out 1 Treasure Hunt. I think that is correct. Or I don't know. I don't know if that's correct. Taking out one treasure hunt. Maybe having 3 is good. If so, I just have to get rid of like a Boseiju or something. Never take out the hunt. Cavern is bad now. That's correct. It's the land that we can cut. Okay, submit. Let's go. No, you know what was the better one? The other land I should take out. The one that put it back into my library. I don't know if this is the best hand, but I'll keep it. I will once emphasize that ghosting and sniping are not the same thing. What are the differences? Oh, I screwed this up. I had to go Bajuka Bog first. I have got Zombie Infestation in my hand. I could play it this turn, but I can't. All these things enter the battlefield tapped. This deck is hard. The deck is hard. Alright. So we could have turn 2 Zombie Infestation and put some power on the board. Ghosting is cheating by watching the hand. Sniping is just intentionally trying to cue you at the same time. Okay, whatever. It's for either one. Okay, so we could have had, I don't know, attack for a few points of damage here. So opponent, let's hope. This is a bad matchup, though, for sure. They're just a way faster Storm deck. There's nothing wrong with sniping if you aren't ghosting. Let's see. Pretty sure I'm just dead lost no matter what. So put the rituals in the graveyard. I've seen streamers on YouTube refer to sniping when watching other streams. Maybe terminology is different for MTG. Well, on the plus side, this game is going by very quickly. And we're still in a shot of making day, what's it called? Okay. Concede game. We're still en route to going 2-3 in this league today. We're still en route to going 2-3. So anyway, we lose the Storm. That's going to be a terrible matchup. Any like turn 3 deck is going to beat our turn 4 deck without a doubt. So we're just going to keep trucking on. I think we had good matchups in the first 2 rounds. Just didn't work out for us. This is definitely a bad matchup. So anyway, that was round 3. Let's move on to round 4. Another thing that has not helped us this league, I think we've lost every single die roll. Or at least that we've lost the die roll in all the matches where it mattered. And every single time we're on the draw, we haven't had Gemstone Caverns once. Mishra's Sweatshop, why are you okay with pulling up an opponent's deck list but not okay with them watching the stream? Because the deck list is public knowledge, that's why. The deck list is public knowledge. Anyone can go look up the deck list, and it's not even guaranteed that that is what they have in their deck. The stream, okay, well the stream is not symmetrical. I can't watch my opponent stream. They can only watch me stream. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but like when it comes to deck lists, this is a symmetrical advantage that both sides can get. I will keep this hand. I know I can see what you're talking about. I understand, but the ability to see your opponent's hand in real time just dwarfs knowing their like theoretical 75. It's not even close to the same thing. Like it completely changes like turn for turn strategic decisions. No, the people arguing that getting some information but not all of it are arguing the semantics. Ooh, Ether Vial in turn 2, that's not too bad. So Death and Taxes may or may not be a good matchup for us. I imagine Thalia is going to be like sort of a pain in the ass, but maybe not. Maybe it's not going to be so bad. And our opponent, if they knew better, would just attack us relentlessly. And they're so what's funny is they're going to start attacking now once they see this. It's over. Better get your attack on. Oh, that's what this deck is all about. Yeah, but Tuxtev, some people might say that this is public information. And then the people that say, "Well, I get an advantage from talking to chat," and in my opinion, that is not a very big advantage. While I have received some good feedback from chat, moving back and forth between the game and chat is a massive disadvantage. Okay, we'll go to discard. And people on YouTube say, "Why are you always complaining about getting stream sniped?" Because it's happening. It's most definitely happening. It happens. Sort of just comes with the job. I know what to expect. To be brutally honest, I don't mind. I wouldn't mind if the game played with open deck lists. Period. I would be completely fine with that. It would hurt the Brewers a little bit. I am broadcasting this to everyone except my opponents. That is the purpose of this. I'm broadcasting to everybody except my opponents. I guess what it comes down to is you don't understand the massive disadvantage to me just playing with my hand face up the entire game. It is an outrageous advantage for like 0 mana, play with your hand face up, and the other person gets to play with their hand with closed doors. The things that I did when I played with Peak were insane, only because I could play in a really bizarre way because I knew what my opponent had in their hand. It's some outrageous advantage if you're playing with your hand face up. So that's the problem. Let's see. Said this before, but chat being a disadvantage is true, but playing alongside a master is a little different. But another thing, it was never against Magic the Gathering Online rules until recently for big events that you can't play with somebody. Because for forever, you could always play with a friend, and a lot of people do. So while you could be playing with a master, that is true. It was... You could also... Like, each side is allowed to have a buddy, basically. I will admit that the mastermind of chat is a much larger pool of people that you can draw knowledge from, for sure. I don't really need Cavern of Souls, do I? Probably not. They got black in this deck. Oh, they don't have Thoughtseize or some crap like that. Or a brother if they never give you game advice. Or very bad advice. I think this matchup is gonna be good, pending if they have Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. That might be very difficult to beat. Oh, they actually will play. They'll probably have Rest in Peace in game 2. So, not that that's unbeatable. We do have Blast Zone. And I'm going to use one Lonely Sandbar, because if we can draw into Thassa's Oracle, we would just win next turn. Thassa's Oracle? No. That is okay. I'm going to Treasure Hunt first, because if Thassa's Oracle is my last card, I really want to play Mystic Sanctuary to put a Treasure Hunt back on top. One card left. I guess it's good enough to win right now, to be honest. Unless my opponent can remove my Thassa's Oracle from the game at this moment. We win the game. Awesome. Turn 4 kill! We did it. We're good at winning games, just not matches. Yeah, someone recently did get disqualified from an online SCG event for outside assistance, so... In my opinion, so like from selective strong players, I do understand the problem. I do not know if getting advice from chat, however, it qualifies as a large enough advantage. But Magic the Gathering for the premier events, for I don't know where the cutoff is, because apparently you can still like get advice in challenges. Not that I want to use it, because I find chat more of a distraction than an advantage. But definitely it's available. Okay, so in this matchup, I think I'm gonna play the Blast Zones. We're on the draw, so we don't want Bajuka Bog. I'm bringing in Blast Zone for Rest in Peace, because if they play Rest in Peace, we're screwed. Well, not screwed, but like it will take a while for us to like Treasure Hunt again. And then Mystic Sanctuary. Do we want Field of Ruin? Okay, is there anything I can just strictly upgrade here? Boseiju is just a land that comes into play tap for no reason. So we can bring in like 4 Ghost Quarter, maybe. Instead of Bajuka Bog, we can bring in Reliquary Tower. Whatever, this is fine. I'm going to keep Cavern. Nothing wrong with that. Can you still stream competitive REL events if you close your chat window? I think you have to have the emote only chat on. Oh, 2 Treasure Hunt. Great starting hand, because with this sort of starting hand, what we can do is we'll dig to our combo faster. Too bad we didn't have Gemstone Caverns. Definitely a high quality hand. Five minutes I don't think is enough, because I think you can like wait out the 5 minutes in an online match. My opponent asked me, is it even fun to play that kind of deck? I just don't get the appeal. Once in a blue moon. It's fun. Good to rent, not to own. So we'll go turn 1 Fetid Pools. Remember, it's an island. You want to keep up with the islands. Island every turn is the way you want to go, so that you set up the Mystic Sanctuary eventually. In my opinion, 5 minutes is not plenty, because what your opponent can do is watch your stream. Let's say you're holding onto a card for 10 minutes, or the entire game. Your opponent could start watching the stream and then find out what that one card you were holding in your hand the entire time was. They don't have to wait like 5 minutes. Honestly, I think it should be like, it's got to be 15 minutes for strategic reasons. I don't think 5 minutes is enough. Oh my god, the opponent should just attack. What are you protecting from? I have no way of killing your creatures. Just get in there. They'll run down the clock. They'll do what they need to know. If it's a game-winning decision, they'll do what they need to know. So we have a turn 4 kill here. Stoneforge Mystic comes into play. Batterskull. It's good to know that Treasure Hunt can race Batterskull. I think any deck, so long as they need to know what the last card is, non-Bo MTG, they'll run down the clock. There's a lot of games where you've got like 20 minutes on your clock. They'll burn 5 minutes if they need to know the last card in your hand. Not that hard. Okay, so the only risk I take by playing Treasure Hunt right now is if Thassa's Oracle is my last card. Oh, I have to do it. If I don't do it, then it's worth it. Let's just hope Thassa's Oracle is not our last card. That's all. And then the following turn, we can go Treasure Hunt into Thassa's Oracle. 20 cards left, no problem. Play another island and pass. I wouldn't mind there's more discussion about this, about stream sniping, ghosting, etc. Because I think, from my streaming perspective, the advantage someone gets from staring at my hand it dwarfs any advantage I think anyone can get from chat. It's not even close. You know, like for example, if I'm up against like the top 10 best players in the world and I get to look at their hand the entire time, they don't get to look at my hand, in my opinion, I have like a massive advantage over them. Enormous advantage. So being able to look at your opponent's hand is just catastrophic. And in a lot of matchups it matters, especially if you're a deck that depends on holding up interaction or has any element of bluff. Is anyone saying you don't have an advantage? No, here's the argument right now. People are sniping the streamers, but it's fair because they get information from chat. That's the argument right now. That's the world we're living in at the moment. Imagine having the info from a Thoughtseize with no mana or card spent, and every single turn. Basically. Although a lot of people don't see it like that. People think Thoughtseize is all about taking the card. They completely forget about how much information you get from Thoughtseize, and how impactful that is strategically on all further turns of the game. So I wouldn't mind if there was more discussion about this, because I think it's a serious discussion to have. I don't know what the solution is. Obviously, to some people, chat actually might be an advantage. And with all that being said, we just got our first match. 2-0. Thassa's Oracle. Treasure Hunt. We dug for treasure. We found it. Our hand is loaded. And we are on the scoreboard, people. Finally, we had a lot of close matches. We finally got one. Yeah, beautiful. I'm very happy. Quex, I swear I played against this person just recently. Yeah, poor taxes. Didn't tax us at all. You could even out the odds by playing telepathy. Oh, yeah. Non-Bo MTG. Chat is really stupid at times. But then, you know what? Even from there, even though chat says a lot of weird things, a better player like myself will be able to just pick away at the best stuff. So, you know, like, really, what is the core advantage? Like, who is better advantage? The streamer or the person who is ghosting the streamer? Anyway, great round 4. Got on the scoreboard. Boom. Let's move on to round 5. We lost the die roll again. We lost all the die rolls. That is not good for the Treasure Hunt deck. But we finally have Gemstone Caverns. Finally. Finally Gemstone Caverns. Yes. We are in business. Can't wait. We'll dump the Halimar Depths. We don't need this. We're definitely going to keep this. Can't wait. Get rid of Halimar Depths. And I'll probably start off with Island, Treasure Hunt, then go Fetid Pools. Hopefully another Treasure Hunt, and then win. Yeah, we as a treasure. This is not the best premier debut for Treasure Hunt. Prairie Stream. Oh, that could be a problem. Yes. Our opponent asks me, are you recording? Absolutely. Don't force a negate me, please. I would be in really bad shape if that happens. We barely drew anything at all. So if our opponent is actually on, like, a blue-based deck, we'll play Boseiju next turn and then set up a treasure hunt the following turn. No! Our opponent will have to tap out in order to play this Field of Ruin. But we'll definitely Boseiju here. Incoming Force Negation. Watch that viewer list. We could be 4-0, I know. 2 Field of Ruins. Do they not see the danger here? So we make it uncounterable. I guess they're going to Field of Ruin this and then go about their business next turn. Okay, so let's start getting islands in play for things and stuff. Okay, pass the turn. Actually, if they Field of Ruin this, that'll be great because we can get Treasure Hunt back immediately. And we have another Boseiju on the way. We're up against control, though. We are up against control. I guess I'll get rid of a Bajuka Bog. Is this just pure blue-eye control? We have all these Field of Ruins for our Boseiju, so we have to be, like, more patient, I guess. Okay, we'll get Mystic Sanctuary, put Treasure Hunt back on top of our library. It's going to be interesting. I guess pass. Now, I have been up against this deck before. I have been up against control before. It is a bit difficult. Shark Typhoon, all right. Okay, they have Cryptic Mana up now. That is unfortunate. How do we do this? I guess what it is, I have to just go for it next turn and hope that they don't have Cryptic, they only have, like, I don't know, Mana Leak or something. Because they have infinite Field of Ruins for our Boseijus. We don't have anything close. So let's cycle into... I don't know, do I need to cycle? Maybe I don't need to cycle. Yeah, I'm just going to cycle. If I draw another Treasure Hunt, that'd be good. I know the odds are terrible. They're just... Oh, we keep drawing Boseijus. Can we grind these out? We lost... This is very unlucky. We drew all the Boseijus, but they drew all the Field of Ruins. Is it worth waiting? Okay. No Cryptic Command, no Cryptic Command. Don't cycle, can field in response. Oh yeah, that's true. They let the Treasure Hunt resolve. I have 8 cards left in my deck. I think we can win from here, because we can just cycle through cards, right? I'm just going to cycle through the rest of my deck and just win. Because I can just cycle. This is going to be great. And then we're going to get him with... Because I already have the Thassa's Oracle in my hand. I have a land drop for the turn, correct? So what I should do now... is just cycle. How many cards can I cycle? Let's just cycle as many as we can. Let's hope they don't have Thought Scour. I guess that's the only problem. Okay. So we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. It's going to be a very interesting way to win the game. I guess they had no counterspell. That was the deal. They had no counterspell. Can they make me draw cards somehow by accident? Yeah, I'll put one last card. I'll put another land from my deck onto the battlefield. And I can cycle with this too. In response to that, I'm going to cycle. Because I can. Go to 4. This is great. Is this what you signed up for, people? I guess they just didn't have... I don't know if they didn't have counterspells or they just have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Maybe they're saving their counterspell for the win condition. So I will get rid of, like, basically everything else. Keep all the cycling cards. Get rid of Boseiju, Bajuka Bog. Goodbye Blast Zone. Don't really need these anymore. Gotta keep Cavernous Souls, because that's the point. Okay, that's enough. Everyone's on the edge of their seat. There's like there's no chat happening right now. Everyone is, oh, I have to discard 7 cards? Do I have enough? I still don't have enough? I might not need Treasure Hunt. I mean, if they let me cast it next turn. Okay, I'm going to have Cavernous Souls land. I can go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 cards. And I draw a card for the turn, so I don't need Treasure Hunt. Yeah, this is a nail biter for sure. I know. It's exciting. Good luck, Sharky. A lot of people say you're like one of the best cards in Modern right now. Okay, I draw a card for the turn. Cycle. And I think the appropriate action is to go Cavernous Souls, play Thassa's Oracle, and with the trigger on the stack, Lonely Sandbar twice. Just in case my opponent mills me out, like, right in response to me playing Lonely Sandbar. Yeah, prepping the emotes. Here we go. I guess I technically don't need to do anything. Like, I win with just this. So I could pass priority. Pathing does absolutely nothing. And cycle again. No cards left in deck. Look, Mom, no hands! And we win. Glorious victory. Glorious victory. Alright. What the hell do we do now? So maybe we need Ghost Quarters and Field of Ruins to attack our opponent's Field of Ruins? Is that how it's gonna work? Yeah, everyone's... you like that? You like that? I liked it too. I should have Reliquary Tower in this deck just so I don't have to annoyingly discard all the time. So we're on the draw. I will get rid of... Might need Bajuka Bog. Maybe I can't really get rid of stuff. Probably I don't need this. I probably don't need Blast Zone, but I'm not sure. I don't actually have a whole lot of things to cut. Actually, Field of Ruin would be better than Ghost Quarter, because I don't lose lands, and I would get an island for my Mystic Sanctuary plan. Yeah, what a funny deck, I know. I'm a genius. We have not... Lurrus has not seen play once. We most definitely never have time to play Lurrus in this deck. Discarding is really eating up my clock, I know. But the problem is when you play Reliquary Tower, now you don't got the island, whatever plan going. Like the island, Mystic Sanctuary plan like we have here. We'll keep our opponent mulligan to 6 cards. My record is 1-3 so far, although we got... I wouldn't say we got cheesed out in 2 of our matches. We got stream sniped by one... Or, well, maybe ghosted, I don't know. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. We drew this on top? That's rude. I guess I'm going to keep the Cyclers in my hand if I already have the islands for Treasure Hunt, because the Cyclers are valuable. Oh my god, our opponent's on a 1-lander. But maybe they have Force of Negation or something. Well, anyway, I gotta force them to have it. Do you have it or what? Or maybe I have Spell Snare. Okay. So, we got Cyclers, so we can dig for the next, We're gonna dig hard for that next Treasure Hunt. Boo. Double oof. Oh, Stoneforge Mystic. It's a Stoneblade deck. Okay, well, anyway, the pressure's on. No attack? So I guess the correct line is to like play Flooded Strand, crack, and then cycle twice, because this will thin our deck. It's a pretty crappy line, but whatever. Maybe they will fetch up Sword of Body and Mind and help mill you out. Yeah, maybe. It would help. Okay, the clock is on. They don't have many cards. Well, hopefully they don't have any counter spells in hand. Ooh. It's a 4-turn clock. I thought it was a 5-turn clock. They very intelligently attacked with that Stoneforge Mystic. Thinning the deck. It's the only time I would say this is a good idea. We got a Boseiju. We have a Field of Ruin. So we have a Field of Ruin to thin our deck further. Doing what we gotta do, people. We're doing what we gotta do. My favorite sword is Sword of Gin and Tonic. That's funny. Sharky for 2. That does increases the clock, I guess? No, sorry, Sharky for 1. Is it really for 1? Oh, it's a blue and an X, yeah. So this is 5, 6, still 3-turn clock. I'm wondering if we treasure, if we draw a treasure con and my opponent cannot interact, then I guess we win. But they're not really playing anything, so that sort of suggests that they got us. I don't think Helmar Depths is going to do it. I mean, it's better than nothing. No, we're dead. Okay. Game 3. MTG Flex. Okay, so Blast Zone actually has more value than we thought. I don't know if it has a lot more value. It's probably more valuable than Bajuka Bog. I don't think the opponent is really using their graveyard. So this could randomly kill a Stoneforge Mystic. It actually can't kill a whole lot of stuff. It's pretty poor. Better than nothing. Okay, submit. You know what I didn't think about during that game? Come on. Come on, Twitch chat. We could have pulled Lurist and played Lurist that game. Just rip it from our sideboard. Forgot about that. Grim Ducky says, bye everyone. Off to play some Simic Fish in Modern. Good luck. Good luck with Simic Fish. No treasure hunt in this hand. Mulligan. This hand has treasure hunt. Okay. I will keep, and we also have Boseiju, which is not too bad. We'll put Blast Zone on the bottom. So actually, this is not too bad. Hopefully, this is a good start. Really, a little bit slow on the Mystic Sanctuaries, but at least we'll be, with Boseiju, we'll be chaining into Treasure Hunt, into Treasure Hunt, into Treasure Hunt. And outside of a Field of Ruin disrupting this, we should be good. Actually, do you know what? We had to keep the Blast Zone in the deck because of Rest in Peace. I forgot about that. Rest in Peace is a beating. Oh, that was not good, chat. That was a bad one. We drew into the Thassa's Oracle. And what was it, like the top card of our deck? I drew nothing. That was so bad. Alright, lands. Let's play lands all day. God help us. Time is running out. The hunt. They do nothing. Yeah. Okay, well, they're racing. They feel the pressure. Like, they see this damn thing on the battlefield, and they still have no Field of Ruin. Pick up Lurrus if you have nothing else to do. I can't. It's Fairy Time Reveler. Alright. You got it. I am playing at sorcery speed. This card... You have no power here, Teferi. You have no power here. None at all. You know what I need? I need a Cycler really badly. I need to be able to draw this card. I don't have a Cycler. I forgot how crappy Boseiju is compared to Cavern. Oh no! They found the Field of Ruin! Too bad we didn't even have a fetch land, because if I had a fetch land, I could put fetch land in play, and then when they do this, I could put the treasure hunt on top of my deck. I thought you could Boseiju for anything. No, it's just, I think it's instants and sorceries. I have a Blast Zone. That is not valuable right now. If only we didn't get this thing. Or if we drew a few more lands, it might be more, manageable. Well, I can blow up Teferi if that's worth anything. My heart just sank. Yeah, I guess we just put Sanctuary on top. It's so slow. That's why I have all that whole interaction thing really sucked. I really wish we had a fetch land. Then if they Field of Ruin us, then we could put it back on top. Well, I guess they could do this at our draw step, so it didn't matter. They can still Field of Ruin it away, too. So not guaranteed. See you later, rodents. Have fun. Interaction always sucks. All interaction should be banned. I know. I don't know if anyone can hear this, but it sounds like an alien from another dimension is suffering. Does Narset interact against us? Because I'm not drawing all these cards, am I? Opt enter the battlefield. Maybe there's a chance that they cannot interact with us. Maybe. What are the odds, chat? What are the odds? Now is actually not too bad of a time to play Blast Zone, take it up to 3. All permanents should have hexproof, yeah. Okay, please no Force Negation, because I can beat a Mana Leak. No Force Negation, no Spell Snare, no Thought. Hold on. What is that? Thought thing will be 4, so I should put a land in play right now. But if I put a land in play right now... Well, I can chain the treasure hunt, sort of. There's that land. It's like double blue, exile cards from your graveyard, counter it. I don't know if I want to play around that, because playing... I don't know, is it worth it? Okay, spin the wheel, let's go. Ah. Okay, on the plus side, I can play Blast Zone. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I mean, what's the chance that blue-white has a counter spell? Well, what's the chance blue-white has a Force of Negation is the real question. We stumbled. We stumbled, chat. It was close. We stumbled, though. Our opponent found Archmage's Charm. See, we could beat that. We could beat Archmage's Charm. Shit. It's coming back. Next hunt, only 20 cards away. But we need it backed up. Okay, I think it's time to get Luris. Oh, you cannot be fucking shitting me. Okay. Now I'm a bit peeved. I can put Luris in hand and still tick up the Blast Zone, so let's just do that. I can't even get Luris in play. I have none of my colored mana sources. Watch out. I'm coming for you. I'm coming. I'm coming. For some explicable reason, our extremely fragile combo deck relying on 3 cards has a hard time against blue-white control. I didn't play a land that turn? That's okay. We don't need to play lands this turn. I guess I could play the snow-covered island. Playing lands are for suckers. Get all the Archmage's Charms you want. It all depends on your number of Field of Ruins. Nothing else matters. This does matter a little bit because I cannot like cycle into the card that I want. Okay, Pluto Delta is late. I mean, everything is late, but it's very late. Oh, and I didn't tick up the Blast Zone. Who cares? It's all good. It's all good. Okay, pass the turn. I should just do everything at sorcery speed. I have nothing else to do anyway. Like, this is totally... I advertise this as an F6 deck, and I'm not really Well, I'm F6ing, but I'm not making the plays that I want in response. Okay. They think they're a control deck. They can easily have Field of Ruin, I guess, in their deck. Or in their hand, I mean. Yeah. Maybe Teleria West is a good addition to this deck, but I can't really do anything with it. Aww. Okay, well, they filter our deck a little bit. Not too bad. Like, what do you want to get with Teleria West? Oh, you want to get Boseiju. Maybe I should have Teleria West in the sideboard. I was not really impressed with Teleria West, but in this matchup, maybe it's good in a blue-white control matchup where we're just passing the turn a million times. I had it, and I realized the islands are more important, but in this game, like, being able to find all my Boseijus would be super useful. Ugh, it's almost 4 o'clock. I would not mind running this back. Christmas! It's Christmas, everyone! Boseiju. Boseiju gonna get you! They used a Field of Ruin last turn. Click. No! Damn it! Goodbye, Treasure Hunt. Here's our Lurus. Maybe they'll put the Thassa's Oracle on the bottom. Damn it! Okay. Oh, and we cannot draw another card! Narset prevents us from drawing a card. I can't help... I don't know if our opponent has always had the cards in their hand, or they're just drawing them. Because, like, you know, why not have the Vendilion Click a long time ago? Like, I'm just, like, one turn short from, like, just going off. Right? What is this? That player discards a card. You untap all your lands? Gladly, I can discard a card. No problem. I have cards to discard. Alright, we need another treasure hunt. And remember, the other treasure hunt is at the bottom of our library, so the next treasure hunt is basically lethal. It is going to be lethal. Ah, see, that's what they did. That's what the last controlled player did. They just keep bouncing my... They'll recycle Cryptic Command a million times. Well, they didn't get Mystic Sanctuary to do it. There we go. Let's try this again. Ease of Thanos. We're playing Treasure Hunt today. We are 1-3 right now. Got unlucky in some matchups. I feel I'm getting pretty unlucky in this matchup, but well, it's not the most consistent combo deck, so I don't doubt what's happening here. So yeah, so Snapcaster Mage, Bounce Boseiju. For sure, they are completely in control. 100% in control of this game. This deck needs a Minamo to untap the Boseiju. That is very interesting, Lockhart. That's very interesting. That's a interesting idea. Do you know what? That might be good sideboard tech against the control decks. That might be okay. So I can, like, Boseiju, immediately untap it, use it. That could be good sideboard tech. I can even Teleria West for the Minamo. See, I'm not all contrary and hot takes. I have to discard... I guess a Pluto Delta. I think we're just drawing dead, right? If I draw Treasure Hunt, it's useless. Our opponent has a million counterspells. We have no way of backing it up with anything. What if you had a bunch of rats, you surgically extract the rats away and drew Thassas and won? Mad Cow Chicken has some very interesting deck idea here. That is interesting. So how do we cast the Thassa's Oracle, though? I don't know how. How do we cast Thassa's Oracle? Anyway, I'll concede. Too bad. Oh, it was almost our lead. If we return to the details, look, we won a lot of games. 1-2. So these were I don't know if the control one was close. Maybe we have to improve the sideboard. But these 1-2s, those could have went either way. That in our first round, our opponent had to top deck Boil in order to win. In the next round, we were on the draw all 5 times. That was bullshit. We were on the draw every single match. Imagine if we were on the play in every single match, that would have swung a lot of these results. So anyway, even, you know, I would not say that we ran the best. And on top of that, we didn't have enough zombie infestation matchups. Yeah, Ponza and Bogles were ours. We easily could have been 3-2. Easily. So if I were to change something, we definitely should have... Well, I don't know if we should definitely have Teleria West. In my playtesting, it was really clunky, but I had it in the main deck. Maybe if I made room in the sideboard for it, it would make more sense. Like, I don't know, one less reliquary tower, maybe a few less Field of Ruins, and we throw in Teleria West to help find the Bosejus consistently. But the problem is, like, they can still cryptic command lock us out, like you saw. Like, another way I lost was someone was... Oh, hold on. Am I in the deck tech view? No. So, another way that I lost is, I was actually up against Ari Lax, and he cryptic commands my Boseiju back to hand every single turn and keeps looping it because he's also fetching for Mystic Sanctuary, puts it back on top of his deck, and he kept doing that turn after turn after turn, and eventually I lost. I think you have to have good karma to play this deck. Maybe go down the soup kitchen the day before. That's possible. I didn't think about that line. Persistent petitioners thrumming stone for next stream? What the hell is that? Persistent petitioners. I don't know what that is. Is that a card? Target player mills a card. Tap for untapped advisors you control. Target player mills 12 cards. A deck can have any number of cards named persistent petitioners. So here's an idea that was just hold on. Okay, hold on. So so the new rats. Okay, so is there another list that we could play with 4 surgical extractions and you like discard persistent petitioners for the turn, you surgical extract it, and then all you're left with is like 2 lands and a Thassa's Oracle? Is that something? Better yet, give away all your possessions except your Treasure Cruise deck. Go down to the soup kitchen for a hot meal. Then it's time to play some Magic. So hold on. Is there some really stupid jank deck here? But this is really vulnerable to counter Magic. This is like more... Well, I guess you can like surgically extract on your opponent's turn. That might be something. Oh no, but there's still the surgical extractions in the deck. Right? Like, there'll still be 4 surgical extractions even if I take out the persistent petitioners. Fill up to 4. We need like 1,000,000. I need more! Like, this is definitely a meme deck. People used to use thrumming stones to go off. You can also... Well, I guess you can... Yeah, you can surgical the surgicals. And I guess you can have 1 Cavern of Souls. Or I guess you can have 2 Cavern of Souls. 1 Thassa's Oracle? But how do you draw cards? Oh, this is ridiculous. Oops. Advisor tribal. Because you could discard 1 for the turn. Like if you're on the draw, you always take the draw, discard 1, and then surgical extract it, and then but then you'll like still draw into surgical extractions. Okay, you surgically extract your surgical extractions. And then from there, you're waiting 3 more turns to win. I think it's slower than Treasure Hunt. I think it's a slower Treasure Hunt deck. Yeah, I need to get to my lands first. I don't know how to magically have the card. Yeah, we have it. We have a deck! If Gitaxian Probe is still in the... Is there any way to, like... Well, hold on. We could have some Street Wraiths, I guess, because you can cycle that when you draw it. But I don't know if that solves any problem. I don't think there's any surgical that cantrips. And I don't know if like what's it called? Street Wraith actually does anything. Why do you guys insist on unbanning cards? There are reasons they were banned in the first place. No, I didn't beat Stoneblade Jason Dog. I was just a bit too slow. It was close. It was another close. Oh, I don't know how close it was. If my opponent was sandbagging things like Field of Ruin in hand, then maybe it wasn't close ever. And they were like, it's possible that everything was being played at the right moment because they were utilizing their resources carefully, like holding on to, what's it called, Vendilion Click, until there was like the right moment. But anyway, Thassa's Oracle combo. Whoops, no, this is the wrong Thassa's Oracle combo. Treasure hunt. Where is my treasure hunt? We hunted for treasure. I'm not gonna play this again, or maybe not for a while, but definitely, I think it definitely could have. If we got the play against quite a few of our matchups, that would have changed everything. We were on the draw 5 times, and you know what? If you're on the draw 5 times, you can end up losing with a lot of decks, and this is brutal to be on the draw. This is not the deck that you want to be on the draw with, so that sucked. So it could have definitely done better if we were on the play in some of those matchups. And I definitely agree that we should have some... I don't know what to sacrifice. You know what? Let's sacrifice Lurrus. You are totally useless, Lurrus. I don't know if Reliquary Tower is that important. I mean, it's fine. I sort of want these things to beat other people's Field of Ruins. And what do we got? Teleria West? Like, maybe we should have maximum of these going up against... control, so we maximize how many Bosejus we find. I don't know if it's important. Like you saw, Cryptic Command just dealt with us, no problem. And of course there was the Dredge card that might work in this deck, maybe. So that's gonna be we're going to still stream for quite a while, but for everyone on YouTube, that is going to be our league for today. So we're going to thank all my patrons and Twitch subscribers supporting the channel. And we're also going to thank our sponsors, themanabase.com and Mana Traders. This is Nikachu, Merfolk Master, playing with a very dubious Merfolk deck in Modern.